Hi, there's Kevin with the Rogue Market with another booster box opening. Gonna throw this in the Rogue Market because I'm probably going to be talking about Kamigawa and where it's headed, kind of what's happened with Kamigawa. This is actually a very interesting set with the amount of demand that we had for this particular set. And I think the people love the draft format for it. The set boosters actually got a lot more lucrative this time around because they did contain cards that were only contained in Collector's Edition and set boosters. They're like the Commander cards, but weren't in the Commander sets. And so this gave more value to the set boosters. So I'm actually happy that Wizards is differentiating set boosters from draft boosters. One of my biggest problems that I have with Wizards of the Coast is the redundancy with products, with like theme boosters versus draft boosters versus set boosters versus even Collector's boosters. I mean, it's just so redundant with products where I think they could do a lot more interesting stuff. Like what I've proposed is they make some, they're going back. This is a plane that we're revisiting. That maybe that set boosters or theme boosters should have been a theme around all of Kamigawa, like, ninjas and stuff like that. So basically reprint a lot of, kind of like how they did Time Spiral Remastered. And they just do like Kamigawa Remastered while adding Neon Dynasty to the mix. So it would have been really fun with like Zendikar or Theros or all the other ones that have been recently released as well. And I think we're going to back to our Innistrad we're going back to Ravnica with Streets. Is that where it is? Or is that another Innistrad? I can't remember the whole storyline. I'm so out of it with Magic, can't keep up with what's going on. But yeah, so this was a very, very well-received set, which actually, it pre-sold kind of meh. And then when the dust settled, then people really wanted this. So this was the first set in a long time where Wizards of the Coast didn't have like printing problems, where people were able to get enough product out of the gates. But that amount of product actually then didn't satisfy, as far as collectors boosters and set boosters were concerned, did not satisfy the demand. And so now Wizards of the Coast is now scrambling to reprint set boosters and get them back into the hands of distributors and then back in the hands of stores for people to buy, as well as maybe with collectors boosters. So this video is sponsored by Bacon Bombs. Bacon Bombs wanted me to open this set booster and see what we get. And again, I'll continue to talk about kind of the market of where I see Kamigawa. So Kamigawa, the value is definitely in the lands. There are some other goodies in this set. There's, some, $4, $5, $6 rares in here. I think there's a lot of cards that are going to age well as far as commander-based cards. And a lot of these, even out of the set booster, are pretty decent hits. So I particularly like the set. I like the draft environment of the set. Again, financial value should be good. But this, it might have sort of a Ravnica or a Constant Tarkir issue to it. That eventually, like, the lands will just gobble up all the value of the set. And those will continue to stay steady while the rest of the set collapses because of how much this set was actually purchased, comparatively speaking, to the other set. So that's kind of the age-old question is, do you invest in this set as far as singles are concerned or as far as the sealed box prices are concerned? Or do you go for something that is actually more of a stinker and then maybe it becomes the Amonkhet? So Amonkhet was not sold very well. And if you actually look back, though, Amonkhet's worth quite a pretty penny comparatively to some of the sets around it. And it was a set that people thought was going to be like a Dragon's Maze because no one really liked it. They just thought it was just full of just cards that just no one really cared about. The invocations were nice. But other than that, it was just in the scope of things in the last Ixalan 10 years, like Ixalan and Amonkhet were both sets that were pretty bad in the scope of things compared to other sets. So that might be what happens with some of these like Strixhavens or I don't know, maybe the Crimson Vows and stuff that people are fire selling right now. I know AFR and Crimson Vow continue to go on sale or continue to have a hard time reaching their sales goals for those particular sets. And actually that's kind of the question. Do we go for the the known information that Kamigawa is very good, and then look at like Domineer or Kaladesh. Those are sets were open quite a bit, but have held their value as far as sealed box prices, but the contents in them haven't really gone up like other sets. Or do you go for things like maybe an Amonkhet? They can go up to like $280 a box just because of how rare it is in the scope of things comparative to. Okay, so set booster. I always do this. I'm trying to do draft boosters, so it goes cards that work together is the first part. So we have like art cards and commons. They could be uncommons in there. I guess we'll just put them all in I'll go uncommons there, art cards. And then we have our first one here, which is the Go Shinadi Life's Origin, which is the Legendary Shrine, which, man, made all the other cards go crazy. And is this the only way you can get this? I think it is. So I think this is our first hit out of the set booster right off the bat. And then we also have a Giano Seat of the Empire. So this is why set booster is so much better than draft. They have the option to have, 3 rares, because this foil could easily be a rare. And you can actually get a list card. So there's our first list card too. So this first pack was absolutely great for the rare. And we do have the kind of the showcase card. And then we do have the list card with the blood pet. Don't know if blood pet's worth anything, but pretty good card, though. I've used it in a pauper deck before. So let's get on to the next one. And Giano, these are going to age very well. This is a card that is going to hold its financial value for a long time to come because of it's just a no-brainer to throw in any commander deck. There's no really downside except for like Blood Moon or Back to Basics, turning them into, or things that destroy non-basic lands. However, though, it doesn't have like it comes to play tapped or pay life, or it's just strictly, legendary land. You can only run one of anyway in a commander. Like standard, same thing. People are just chucking one of because there's no downside to it. Got the other art card. What do I do with art cards? I've already lost my mind here with where. There it is right there. Had a foil over it. All right. So then there is these lands that also can come in the set boosters, which are going to be, I don't know. They keep printing those in every set that I've kind of become very bearish on lands at this point. Like the unstable lands went way down. So did the ones that came out of the unsanctioned. Those went way down as well. Okay. So first off the bat, we have our uncommons, and we have the explosive singularity in the alternate art or the extended art or whatever this is called here. And is this another one that's not in the set? I cannot remember if it is or not, but there's explosive singularity and a scrap welder too. So another double rare pack. And then we have a Naomi Pillar of Order and a token card. Did I throw away the other token? What do I do with the tokens? I don't even know what I do with stuff. All right, so on to the next. There's our art card. Got a foil right off the bat. So I guess there could be a foil land. Is there supposed to be like a land? What was our first one? Yeah, okay, it's just a land slot. It can be foil. It can be basic land, or it can just be the jungle in that first slot. So we'll kind of go a little bit quicker here. I guess I can put all the uncommons together and get right to the juicy stuff. Otherwise, this video will take 9 years to do. We got the Lizard Blades. See standard play right now. And a foil Spell Pierce, and another token. So I don't know. I'm interested in everyone else's thoughts of how they feel about Kamigawa. Is it going to be a set that's going to be beloved long time, is it going to be a concept arc here where the box prices holds a lot more value than the cards in the set? I think it's going to go that way. I think the box value is going to be quite a bit, but like I said, the lands like the Gianos and stuff are just going to gobble up all the value of the rest of the cards. There's a good one too, Eater of Virtue. That is seeing modern play, I believe, as an option in there. It's just a very efficient equipment. And there's our foil and another token. So Crimson Vow, AFR. What are my thoughts on those? I think both of those are going to be sleeper sets. I do not believe they're Dragon's Maze. If you actually look at the amount of commander cards that actually do see play in those sets, I think that people are underestimating the long-term. Like AFR already started to go up singles-wise. Their cards are creeping up, which is very interesting about the set. That the distributors continue to beg people to purchase them. There's a Light Pause Emperor's Voice, and it continues to be kind of a dud compared to Kamigawa. There we go. Token. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We get more uncommons. We get the Weaver of Harmony. So many cool enchantment cards in this set. And another foil. We got our token and our art card. These art cards are actually kind of cool in this set. They are pretty vibrant. Maybe I'm a weeb deep down at heart. Alrighty, get on to the good stuff here. And we have the Giano's Uprising. This card's actually pretty good in limited. It's not a card we're looking for though. So I think to get our box value back in this, we need to hit more of the lands. And we did. That first pack was awesome. Now we've really cooled off here. And let's see, where do we... So we have the March of the Swirling Mists. And another foil. And another token. So far only one list card. And only one mythic, I think, too. So that first pack was amazing. And there's our foil. I think these might age well. long term, they are very unique for what they do. But again, there's more unique stuff coming out in the next sets too. So we have another unstable type set. What is that one called? Something that has lands in it as well that work for it. And they just keep doing it too often. But even the Theros ones have started to go back up in value too. I did notice that. Wow, haven't got a double rare pack in quite a bit here. This is the unlucky side of the box apparently. And our lands have been quite a bit of those dual lands too. And we get the Kami of Transience. I actually love this card. I have a standard deck with it. And there's our second list card, which is the Lunar Avenger with the Sunburst ability. 7 mana though. Jeez, pretty expensive. I don't know if that common was creeping up there. They're kind of weird with their list cards. I don't know how they determine what they're going to put in the list. I think just things that people haven't seen much of, haven't seen reprints end up on there. It's a good way. So you can just get basic lands in here, huh? I did not know you could just get a basic land. All right. Guess that's a thing. We have the Dragon of Kami Rebirth, and a Goshanti is the foil. Hey, there we go. We get another list card. This is the Kaseto Orochi Archmage. And yeah, so 2 list cards in a row. That was from Commander 2021. Not sure why that needed to be put on the list. I know they're trying to eke out value with the list. I hope someone can come up with like a math formula for list cards to see, you know, how much it actually adds to a box value. And look at all those blue cards in a row. Blue, blue, blue. This pack wants to be blue. We have the Moyojin Towering Might. So again, is this one only out of set boosters and collectors? I think that's how you get it. And we have the Ayo the Dawn's card. So here's another good pack here with the Mythic. And don't get the... doesn't give us a foil, though. It was very good. Next up, we have the card. We have a card. And get to the juicy good stuff. Invoke Justice is an alternate printing. The Biting Palm Ninja is another double rare pack and a foil. So what do we have announced here now too? We had another Commander Legends coming out. We have another Modern Horizons. Did they actually announce another Modern Horizons? I think they did. Another one, Modern Horizons 3. Or Double Masters, that's what it is. Double Horizons. Double Masters Horizons. I don't know. It's something like that. So it doesn't seem like they're slowing down in this era either. I'm sure we're going to get some other box sets, like another Commander thing announced. And so... I don't know. I think Magic is in kind of a world of hurt if they keep this up. The Secret Layers, they keep ramping out. They have an entire Commander deck for Secret Layers. Man, they have just really... They're Biting Ninja into Biting Ninja. Hey, you get both versions of it. Which one's cooler? That one's cooler. That one's cooler. Maybe, like I said, maybe I'm a weeb and whatnot. All right, we need some hits here. We need some hits. We've got some pretty stinkers here lately. We have Farewell, which is just an insane card. This is such a massive commander card. This is what's really hidden in this set too. Is just these high impact cards. It is like a $7 card or something. Maybe that's the other version it is, but it's highly sought after for commander. And then we have the Silver Master. Hey, another list card with Phenox, God of Deception. So hitting those list cards and actually hitting 2 of the mythic list cards here. So not a bad box whatsoever. Not a bad box whatsoever. We do need to hit like some more lands. We'll hit 1. All right, so on to, we have the March of the Otherworld Light. Another card. This card actually disappointed me because this is just such an efficient removal spell. It's just, I do not like, what I like about Magic is kind of tit for tat, outplaying your opponents, having options, having little outs and stuff. I don't like either threats that must be answered or answers that can answer any threat. Like, those are 2 things I don't like about Magic. I think that they keep veering us towards those in Standard, Pioneer, Modern. And this March of the Otherworldly Light is just an answer. It's just a one-size-fits-all answer. Instant speed, XL, artifact, creature, enchantment. So it hits basically everything you want. Again, it's going to be such a commander staple for years to come. Hey, we have another list card. Don't know why a Veteran Motorist needed to be on the list, but this would be kind of fun, too. If they would actually create with the set boosters, and instead of have a list of just like cards that need to be reprinted, maybe cards actually go good with the set. So this one, of course, would, because it's a vehicle set, and it would work with it. But Wizards are just so lazy. That's the best way I can describe Wizard Coast. They are yeah, just not very innovative, not very creative, very lazy with their products that they've come out with in the last recent years. All right, so we got a Rat Rogue. And then we have a foil land. And we get the Reckoner Bank Buster. Very, very good card. Draws 3 basically, creates a 1/1. What else do you get off of this? You get draw a card and get a treasure token. That's the other thing you get from it. And we have a Lucky Offering. Next up, there's our second foil land. That's a beautiful, beautiful swamp, like that one. And look at those red cards in a row. We got another Moision of the Cryptic Dreams, and the Soul Ripper, and a Harmonious Emergence. Still, a lack of lands is troubling in this particular box. Okay, the art card and the Scour Barons. And the Thousand Face Shadow. And a Prowler. Another Magic minigame card. That's a very blue art card. More red cards. Red. And we got the Invoke the Ancients. And not another hit. All right, a few packs left. How many list cards are supposed to be on average per set booster? Not sure all those numbers on there, so still think set boosters are the way to go. If you're buying a draft, I don't know, that's an age-old question too. So I can see both Lion Slash. There's another list card with the Call of the Nightwing. I can see both the arguments of whether going draft long-term or set. So draft, inevitably people are going to draft the set. And there will be, every year there's going to be supply that is taken out of the remaining, or there's going to be demand that takes out the remaining supply, just for people who want to draft actual sets. We've actually seen that happen with Dominaria like crazy. The amount of booster boxes of Dominaria, because people just love drafting that set, of how much gets has been taken out of the market because of people wanting to draft it. And that's what they came up with, like the mystery boxes to for like the Chaos drafts to at the Grand Prix, so they didn't have to use remaining supply of some of those sets that are getting just obscene. And so I can see the point to investing. It's going to be very interesting because set boosters first started with Zendikar, I believe. So it's going to be very interesting to see which one age wells. And I really can see the arguments for both. Whether draft long term always has that demand of wanting to be drafted, and they're going to run out eventually. But set having the more value. So if you're looking for value right now, set boosters are the better thing to crack. Their EV is just better, comparatively speaking, to draft. Even though you get less packs, you're going to get more of this added bonus here than you would from a draft booster box. But if you're looking for long term, again, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Another foil one is our third foil land out of the set boosters. And we have Goro, Disciple of Ruasi, and a Brilliant Restoration. The card I want to definitely brew around to see if I can make it work in standard or maybe one of the older formats. Next up, we have a Construct token. That's exactly what we wanted. Another land. Get on to the good stuff. There's another land in there. I guess you can have a land slot. Hey, and we got a Kato Shizuki. Very good card. There's a lot of play in standard right now. And we have the Scrounger. Still no lands, only the one land. Another art card. And we have the Springleaf Avenger. There we go. Akira the Boundless Eye. Flying Death Touch. Pretty cool card. That is foily. Man, this is like, how many of these are going to be in here? Jeez. Packed up a bunch of these non-token tokens. Couldn't they put like a token on the back of it? Pow. What do people think about the art cards? I think they're a waste of ink still. Do people actually buy them and collect them? I haven't even looked at the market for them. I guess that's one reason too that set boosters might be worth more in the long term. Because maybe, are they ever going to reprint these? Maybe not on the art cards. So maybe these are done after they're... we got the Explosive Singularity, another mythic. There's a lot of mythics in this. Wow, we have opened up mythic galore in this set booster box. there's the emblem for Kato. And getting down to the wire here. See if we can hit a couple more lands. Fable the Mirror Breaker. And Regent's Authority. Kapow. Another land. Now we're hitting the lands. Gloomshaker, good card. Now we have Satsuki the Living Lore. And there we go. Another foil rare here. And the Tribute to Hirobi. So nice little hit. And 2 packs left. Kind of a meh box as far as the lands are concerned, but we had some good list hits. We got some other good hits there. Bacon Bombs. Hey, we're going to hit all the Myojins. Every one of them. On overhead. And there's another Witch's Eye. That needed to be a set. In the set, right? Last pack. Last pack. Let's tap it for good luck. And see what we get. We have a... Oh, just a Shijiku. Jukai's Visionaire. But this is actually a pretty good hit for foil. This sees play Pioneer and Modern, I believe. This has started to see play in these enchantment decks that just artifact decks just go crazy with this giving a lot of damage to something. Like put out a 1-drop and this 2-drop, and this can go kind of nuts as you get a lot of value out of it, and then you get a creature that actually reads everything as well. So that's kind of a hit there. All in all, this is pretty meh of a box. Apologies, Bacon Bombs. You got all the Myojis that you ever would want. I think you're maybe missing one of them. I think we all with the red. We have the black, white, blue, green. Decent little list cards here. A couple of mythic of the list cards. Nothing too fancy though. But that's Kamigawa. I'm interested in the comments and comment section below of how you feel about the set. I like it. I'm definitely not as you know, I didn't splurge as much as everyone else did on this set. I think it was pretty good. But I've also thought all the other sets that have been released in a while have been very, very good. Still disappointed with like Standard. I have a rant video coming out about Standard with just that they're, man, some of their design right now is just kind of boring. Like I said, lazy is the best way to that I feel about kind of Wizards and how they've designed cards and whatnot. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Kevin with the Rogue Market. If you're interested in me sponsoring a booster box opening, definitely head over to patreon.com/roguedeckbuilder and sign up and tell me to open up a booster box for you. And I'll bore you to death with more of my pack crackings and ramblings. Thanks for watching.